Hello everyone. Now we have to know about theories of equation, which means we have to move to the higher degree. Previously, we are discussing about quadratic equations which have highest power as 2. Now, if we can see that our equation is ax3 plus bx square plus cx plus d equals to 0. So when it has cube on x, which means it has three roots: alpha, beta, gamma, which shows three roots. When we have three roots, which means we have two sum and one product, will be three roots of the given equation. So how can we find it? For sum 1, we can say that alpha plus beta plus gamma. For sum 2, which shows that we have to take 2, which means alpha into beta plus this alpha along with gamma, alpha into gamma plus beta into gamma, which means sum of 2 means we have to take sum for 2 and 2 roots, add multiplying to each other and then add to each other. And for obviously product, alpha, beta, gamma. But this one seems like more difficult. The formulas are much more easy, so we can write it like minus b upon a. Every term should be divided by a, so we will write divided by a, and this sequence will like b, c, d, sign with minus, plus, minus. Now these are the formulas which will be much more easier for us to understand. If I am talking about 4-degree equation, so we can say that cx square plus dx plus e equals to 0, which means how many roots I have? 4 roots. How many sum? 3 sum and 1 product. So we can write it like directly into the formula: S1, S2, S3 and P. Along with everyone, we have to divide it by A. The sequence should be B, C, D, E, and the sign should be minus, plus, minus, plus. Look, this one is much more easier instead of learn that. But to before that, what we have to do? We have to write alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta. Over here we have to take two terms, so alpha should be with beta, with gamma and with delta. So we can write alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus alpha delta. Similarly beta, beta gamma and beta delta plus gamma delta. Now we have to take three terms: alpha beta gamma plus alpha beta delta plus alpha gamma delta plus beta gamma delta. The same way we were making ordered pair in the chapter of set, the same method will be applicable. That was not tough as it seems like. And for the product, obviously we have to multiply all of them. So this one is much more difficult. Instead of that, just remember the formulas, but you have to know about the methodology, so I will explain that one. Just remember the formulas. Each and everything should be divided by a. The sign should be opposite, starting with the negative, and the numerator should be in sequence of b, c, d, e. Now if we have 5 terms over here, means having power 5, which means 5 roots, so it should be also in the same sequence. The question is, let alpha and beta are the roots of x cube plus px square plus qx plus r equals to 0, such that alpha into beta is equals to 1. Now what they are saying, they are telling us 1 root. We can find the root by using this information. Other hand, prove that either r equals to 0 or r square plus pr plus q equals to 1. So what we can do, first of all, I am writing the equation, which is x cube plus px square plus qx plus r equals to 0, which means it has 3 roots: alpha, beta and gamma. Now we know that to find this r, or to find the root value, we can say that alpha into beta into gamma for finding the product. So what is the formula? Divisible by a. This one is b, c and d. For d, minus plus minus, so we can say that minus d upon a, and which is equals to r. So we can say that alpha, beta and gamma is equals to minus r. As we know the information given in the question, alpha into beta is equals to minus 1, so we can say that minus 1 should be multiplied by gamma and will result minus r. Minus gamma will result minus r, and gamma is equals to r. Now we know the root. Whenever we know the root, so what we have to do? Roots are always equating the equation. Root satisfy equation. So in place of x, what we have to put? We have to put r. So we can say that r cube plus pr square plus qr plus r equals to 0. Each and every term having r, so we can take r as common, so the remaining is r square plus pr plus q plus 1 equals to 0. Both are equivalent to 0, so we can say that r equals to 0, or you can say that r square plus pr plus q plus 1 equals to 0 as well. See, so this one is the question that they will give us to prove that. Remember that whenever you find the root, on that point you have to satisfy the equation by the root. Whenever you get the root of any equation, just satisfy the equation to get the desired value. Whenever they are giving us relation and the coefficients of root, so over there what we have to do? We have to find the root and then satisfy the equation. If 2, 3 are the roots of 2x cubed plus mx square minus 13x plus n equals to 0, then find mn and third root. Now what we have to find? M, n and third root. So first find the m and n, as we have roots already given, so justifying the equation. P of x is equals to 2x cubed plus mx square minus 13x plus n equals to 0. So in place of this x, one time we will write 2 and one time we will write 3, so we get our answer. 2's power, the value of x is 2 cube plus m 2 square minus 13 2 plus n equals to 0. So what equation we will get? 2's power 3 means 8 plus 4m minus 26 plus n equals to 0, which will be equivalent to 16 plus 4m minus 26 plus n equals to 0. Now from that we can find the answer. For the other equation, we have the values as 2. Now this time putting 3 cube plus m 3 square minus 13 3 plus n equals to 0. 3 is power 3 means 27 plus 9m minus 39 plus n equals to 0 will result 54 plus 9m minus 39 plus n equals to 0. Our first equation will be like 4m plus n is equals to, after sorting this minus 26 and 16, we will get minus 10. When it goes to other hand, it will be plus 10. 9m plus n equals to 54 and minus 39 will be solved. It will give plus 15. When it goes to other hand, it will be minus 15. After subtraction, we will get the answer. Ends will be subtracted to each other. It will be give us as 25 minus 5m. So we can say that m is equals to minus 5. Clear? Now putting the value of m in any one equation, so we will get the answer of n. So we can say that 4m plus n is equals to 10. 4 minus 5 plus n equals to 10. Minus 20 plus n equals to 10. And then we can say that n is equals to 30. The third thing we have to find is the third root. We know alpha, beta and gamma is equals to a, b, c, d. D along with minus sign is just the formula where the value of D is n as given in the equation, n upon a. So the n is minus 30 and a is 2. So we get 2 into 3 into gamma is equals to minus 15 upon 2. 2 into 3, 6. These are multiplied. When it moves to another hand, so it will be divide. 2 multiplied by 6. So both will be cancelled out. So we can say that our gamma is equals to minus 5 upon 2, which is the third root. If alpha is not equals to beta and alpha square equals to 5 alpha minus 3, beta square is equals to 5 beta minus 3, then the equation whose roots are alpha upon beta and beta upon alpha is, we have to choose from this one equation having roots are alpha upon beta and beta upon alpha. So now according to the given information, what we have, they are saying us that alpha square minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0, just moving all the terms on one hand, and beta square minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0, which tell us that alpha and beta are the roots, and they are the roots of x square minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. They are the roots of this equation. So from this equation, what we know? We know that this one will be sum and this one will be the product. So we can easily find whatever is the equation to get it. But for doing that, what we have to do? We have to add and multiply the roots to get it known. So what we can do? For sum, alpha upon beta plus beta upon alpha, which results as alpha square plus beta square upon alpha beta, and we all know that alpha square plus beta square is equals to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta upon alpha beta. Alpha plus beta, the value of sum is minus 5 square minus 2 alpha beta, the product value is 3. So we can get the square of 25 is, the square of 5 is 25 minus 6 upon 3 equals to 19 upon 3. So what we have? We have sum as 19 upon 3. Now for product, what we have to do? Alpha upon beta multiply by beta upon alpha. Alpha beta is equals to 3 upon 3 equals to 1. So what we can get? We can see that in denominator we have 3, and what it shows, b upon a. So one thing I know, that my a should be 3 and b should be 19, which is over here. So option 4 will be our correct answer. Now we have another question to understand about the relation between roots and coefficient. If sine theta and cos theta are the roots of the equation lx square plus mx plus n equals to 0. So from this equation, I can say that a is equals to L, b is equals to m, and c is equals to n. So what we can do, we have to use this one. What they are saying, that we have two roots of this equation instead of alpha and beta. Now we have sin and cos. So we will write sin theta plus cos theta is equals to minus b upon a, which is the formula. To remove this sin, to remove this theta, what we have to do? We have to apply squaring. For doing squaring on both sides, what we will get? Sin theta plus cos theta whole square is equals to minus the value of b is m and the value of a is L square. Opening the formula, a plus b whole square, so it will be a square plus b square plus 2 a b is equals to m square upon L square. Now we have to see, we know that this one is an identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1 plus 2 cos theta and sin theta, which means we have to find the product, which is cos theta and sin theta, or you can say that alpha into beta. So it will be equivalent to c upon a, and what we have, the value of c is n and the value of a is L. So we can say that n upon L is equals to m square upon L square. Now we have to solve this equation. What we have? L plus 2n upon L is equals to m square upon L square. This L goes to that side and it will be multiplied. L plus 2n is equals to m square upon L square. L cancel out by L square. This L come to that side and multiply. So it will be written as L square plus 2nl minus m square equals to 0. So now this one is our answer. L square minus m square plus 2nl, which is the option A. Now the next question is, if alpha and beta roots of x square plus px plus q equals to 0 is equal to the ratio of roots. Now they are talking about ratio of roots x square plus bx plus c equals to 0, then we have to prove. So first of all, we have an equation which is x square plus bx plus q equals to 0. Their roots are alpha and beta. And another equation is x square plus bx plus c equals to 0, and their ratio they were not given, so let's consider is gamma and delta. So now what's the condition? They are saying the both roots are in the form of ratio, so we can say that alpha upon beta is equals to gamma upon delta. But we have to solve this one. If we move this beta or delta to another hand, so we cannot get the desired value which is in the squaring form. So what we have to do, we have to apply componendo and divide and rule. What componendo and divide and rule said? Numerator and denominator should be subtracted and added at one time. Similarly, numerator and denominator are subtracted and added to each other. Vice versa, if we can also write the positive on the upper side and negative on the other side. As we want squares, so what we have to do, we have to do squaring on both sides. So it will be alpha minus beta whole square upon alpha plus beta whole square equals to gamma and delta whole square, gamma plus delta whole square. Now it will be equivalent to under root b square minus 4ac upon a, but the value of a in both cases is 1, so there is no need to write it now. And alpha plus beta, this one is sum and this one is product, so alpha and beta will be p square equals to similar thing b square minus 4ac whole square, and the value should be b, so we can write b square. Squares and roots are cancelled out to each other. The value of b is, in alpha we have p square minus 4q upon p square equals to, similarly the value of b is b square minus 4c upon b square. To get the value, we have to do cross multiplication over here, so it will be b square q square minus 4b square q is equals to b square q square minus 4p square c. B square and this one is p square will be cut out to each other, and in both terms we have minus 4 and minus 4, so they also will be cancelled out to each other. So we can get b square q is equals to p square c, which is the given condition that we have to prove it. Hope you like it. Do subscribe, share with your friends. Take care. Bye bye.